Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
From a relational perspective in the fellow craftmason's degree, that sort of second tier reflective understanding, you begin to look at the work itself differently. So it's not just a function of understanding your role in the work, but it's really understanding the role of the work in, let's say, the domain. And so in the domain of, let's say, leadership or growing an organization, for example, you might find that the work that you undertake and the mechanisms by which you do that need to take into account a lot more systemic understanding. You can't, for example, drive an organization to a very, very high order amount of change if you don't have the social capital to do that. If you're just walking in, trying to into an organization, for example, and you're trying to get it to change 180 degrees, good luck. That is, you're asking way too much. The organization can't handle it. In the same way, if you were working a piece of wood, you have to understand how much of the tools you can apply at what levels before they ruin the work piece. So when you're looking at these relationships, understanding the relationships of the work relative to the environment that work is in starts to also be a core consideration at the fellow craft mason sort of level, if you will. When you're looking for these relationships and how your work fits into the world, look to other people that have done similar work, look to the work that you're doing versus the outcomes it's creating on the environment sort of locally. There are some things, for example, that require a really soft hand or, it doesn't work. There are other sort of cures that may be temporarily uncomfortable, but long-term, everyone kind of gets behind them. So whatever that kind of relationship for the work you're working with, whatever the right answer for that is, this is really the time and place to start to look to that. Again, reaching out to get help as well as you're starting to do the work of the leadership or whatever that might be, learning an instrument or talking to other people, whatever that looks like. As you start to mature through that work, get help, ask for help, use the feedback tools available to you, and see what kind of emerges out of this as you proceed. I think you'll find that the ability for you to nurture and sort of grow the relationships between other professionals and practitioners at the fellow craft sort of masons level is probably one of the best times and places to really meaningfully build relationships, particularly again with mentors and peers going through something similar. It's a place where your specialties and capabilities really can add just a ton of value and help you grow out sort of in the world. There's good opportunities here as well to understand kind of what your longer term goals are going to look like relative to the work you're learning. You may not have started with goals and intentions and personalities and kind of modes of expression in mind. But as you proceed here, you'll find through the work that there are tons of opportunities to begin to develop a voice. And a lot of that voicing is going to start to come out during the fellow craft masons sort of time or phase of growth and development.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.